Wojcinski from Montecristo Travels. Today we're going to start a series of get to know Montecristo Travels more intimately. We just got back from a walk. Someone is filthy and in desperate need of a bath. But before we do that, and before I get into my clothing that can get wet, I thought I would answer some of the questions I've received this week as our first go at this. So, question number one comes from Sarah in London. I like to think I know my breeds of dog, but I can't quite make out what Montecristo is. Help? Well, Sarah, Montecristo is a long-haired Chihuahua. He's about 3.5, 4 pounds. Yes, he has a floppy ear, and his nose is a little long, and he's too small to breed, which is why the breeder we got him from let him go. He's perfect as far as we're concerned. But yeah, he's a long-haired Chihuahua. We do get people thinking he might be a Pomeranian or maybe a small Papillon, but nope, long-haired Chihuahua. So I hope that answers your question. Question number 2. Ooh, I like this one. Okay, this one has a name I can't pronounce. I'm really, really sorry. It comes from the Czech Republic. Where did the name come from? Is there a story there? So yes, there is a story there. Basically, my partner, Stéphane, is a descendant of Alexandre Dumas. As you may or may not know, Alexandre Dumas wrote the book, The Count of Montecristo, as well as The Three Musketeers. When we got Montecristo, we at first toyed with the idea of using one of the musketeer names, but we both kind of prefer the book, The Count of Montecristo, and I had suggested Dante as a name, which is the Count's real name in the story, but Stéphane felt that small dog, big name was probably a better way to go, so we decided to call him Montecristo. What we do differently, of course, is it's one word instead of two. Most people just call him Monte, which of course is ironic because Monte means mountain. So, okay, interesting. Do you stay home alone all day when your bipeds are not on the road? Yes. So Montecristo goes to daycare twice a week. He's spoiled rotten, we realize that, but it's also very important for his social behavior growth. Montecristo spends an awful lot of time with human beings. We don't have another dog, and we had noticed that he was starting to develop some aggressive behavior when we were in the park. So sending him to daycare where he has to spend a lot of time with other dogs of multiple sizes has allowed him to develop the social graces he needs in order to get along with other dogs. It's worked very, very well, so we're very pleased with that. The rest of the time, well, there are a large number of people who volunteer to look after him. Some of them live in the building that we're in, which makes things very convenient. So no, he doesn't spend a whole lot of time on his own. He doesn't have separation anxiety or anything like that. He is quite capable of spending a day on his own, and it does happen from time to time, but we do try to avoid it. And how much does Montecristo eat in a day? Comes to us from Stephanie in New Orleans. Hello, Stephanie. So Montecristo obviously doesn't eat a whole lot. He eats about a tablespoon of food in the morning and a tablespoon of food in the evening. We do make Montecristo's food, and I don't want to get any hate mail on this, but we do prepare his food from scratch for him. We prepare it because that way we know what's in the ingredients, and we're not a big fan of highly processed foods. So we do prepare food. He will eat anything from pork to beef to chicken, most of it organic if we can. We prepare his vegetables. We add organ meats and bone meal and omega oils and all kinds of good stuff. It changes on a regular basis. Unlike a dog that potentially eats dog food all the time, Montecristo's diet is one that is varied. It's intentional. It's so that when we are on the road, we know we have a dog that can tolerate having his diet change on a regular basis. So Montecristo may have pork for breakfast with maybe some red peppers, and then he will have some chicken with some cucumber and some other bits for dinner. So it's a very thing, but it's a tablespoon in the morning and a tablespoon in the evening. And now for the last question for this little series. Okay, so this one comes to us from Leslie in Vancouver. Leslie wants to know, how would I go about meeting you guys in person if I wanted to do that? Wow. Well, we'd love to meet you. We always love to meet new fans and readers. We do try on Facebook to let people know ahead of time any of our travel plans. So if we happen to be traveling somewhere near you, by all means, send us a message, drop a note. We're on Twitter, we're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, we're pretty much everywhere. So don't hesitate to reach out and say, I'd love to meet you. We do frequently meet up with our fan base, whether it be in Texas or in Philadelphia or all the way in Switzerland, it doesn't matter. So let us know. We don't generally travel specifically just to meet someone, but if you happen to be en route or somewhere that we're dying to see anyway, we can definitely make that happen. Also, we will happily meet you if you happen to be in town. We live in Ottawa, in Canada, our nation's capital. So if you happen to be coming by all means let us know, and we'll be happy to try and find some time and at least meet for a coffee on a patio somewhere. So it's doable, it's possible, and it has been done. So that's it for this round. I need to give this guy a little bath. I need to take my coat and my boots off, but that is the first of Get Intimate with Montecristo, and hopefully you enjoyed it and will send us some more questions for the next episode. Until then,